Okay, John, let's get right to it. Thanks for stopping by. What do you think about these red flag laws? Do you think they're able to halt mass shootings?
Not in their current form, Erica. I believe that we can evolve them from where they are to a more effective and more reliable method.
What do you propose would make them more effective?
Well, we have an aggression continuum, and it doesn't just tell you that someone is being aggressive, but that they're on a path to violence.
And you mentioned that. Let's show that. We have a picture of what we're talking about. We have a picture that we can bring up on the screen right there. There we go. So what are we looking at right here?
Well, the FBI and Secret Service referred to this as the path to violence.
Okay.
It's not just an element using probabilities. It's an element of seeing someone as being aggressive. They're, say, at stage 3 here on the graphic. Now they're gone to stage 4. Now we have a trend. Now they go to stage 5. Now we have someone on the path. It doesn't mean, Eric, they're going to be violent tomorrow, but it means there's a sense of urgency to get involved and do something to prevent this, diffuse this person, prevent them from going further.
But it's scary that these are happening. They're happening at Walmart. They're happening at garlic festivals. They're happening at schools. They're happening at churches.
Yes.
Anywhere. So how do we, what should these schools, businesses, it happened at a newspaper.
Yes.
Precisely,
yes.
How do all these places kind of protect themselves, against violence?
One of the elements we have in our continuum is the fact that when any human being, regardless of their culture, gender, education, age, sexual orientation, any human being rises to the level where they're prepared to give up their life for a cause, and there's no intention greater than this, Eric. Their body responds to that intention by losing animation. In essence, the body says, I'm dead, and it takes on that look, what the military call the 1,000-yard stare, what others refer to as dead eyes. But it's more than that. Their whole body language and behavior loses animation. The Israelis call it the walking dead. And you can identify that individual before they get to the moment of commitment. From the moment of commitment, that's when a person decides to pull that weapon and start shooting, to when the first round is discharged is just 2 seconds.
But are you going to be seeing, if we're in a shopping mall, if we're in a Walmart or a grocery store, and we see somebody who is not happy,
right,
and maybe exhibiting these signs, but they may just have had a bad day.
Yes,
of course. How do we determine, how do we go, how do we make sure we're not reporting someone for just having a bad day when it may not necessarily be that they're going to commit that? Because you have to think about that.
It's a great question. We've developed what we call the judicious interview. The judicious interview uses scientific cause and effect principles. You ask specific questions or you take specific action that produces a predictable result if the person's intention is to harm. That's the key. Does a person's intention to harm? So through that method, we can discern whether someone is in fact on that path or not. And that way we can separate the person who's just having a bad day from someone whose intention is to harm.
And of course, it gets back to the adage then has become, a household term now. See something, say something.
Yes. And the problem, of course, with that phrase is that everything is so subjective. Humans are not prepared to put their reputations or their jobs on the line based on intuition and subjective references, so they don't. What they do now, what we're doing is taking intuitive elements and defining them. And our research over the last 25 years have enabled us to do that. So now they can now identify behavior that is defined. They can see that it's on the continuum. In other words, they can see that if they do nothing now, then in the future this could escalate and they could become a victim. So now humans tend to do what they see as in their best interest. They don't see it in their best interest currently to get involved, so they don't. So now they see that they could become a victim. They see it in their best interest to get involved, and they do.
How can people learn more about the Center for Aggression Management?
On our website, www.aggressionmanagement.com. Our contact information is there, and we'd love to hear from them.
All right. Founder John Byrnes, good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much,
Good
Eric.
conversation. Thank
My
you
pleasure.
very much.
Thank you.